was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys.
I can hardly wait to meet with that guy who is the stable genius.
Come on, man.
I am very willing to let the public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
Come on, man.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Wealthy kids.
Come on, man. I mean, come on. Take a look at the record. I know a lot of weed smokers.
Come on, man.
Black, white, all colors, all backgrounds. But I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot, you know.
Come on, man.
You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean?
Come on, man.
Why the hell would I take a test? I am, come on, man. A black man invented the light bulb, not a white guy named Edison. Okay?
Hey. Alright, so what does that crazy motherfucker Alex Jones mean when he says false flags, right? You hear that a bunch nonstop. False flags this, false flags that. I don't know, shit. I'm just getting over COVID. So I might be a little low energy. But, you know, thank God I'm unvaccinated. Triple unvaxxed, baby. I felt shitty for about 15 hours. I don't know if I made the right decision, though. If I got vaccinated, maybe I would have felt shitty for only 12 hours. Who knows? You know, that Omicron. Regardless, false flags. All right, false flags. He says that a lot, nonstop. False flags this, blah, blah, blah. We all fucking pretty sure we have a general understanding as, like, someone who knows who Alex Jones is, whether for or against, what a false flag is, right? Like the 9/11 deniers claim that was a false flag. They say it was just so they can use the Patriot Act to spy on all Americans. Whether you believe that or not is besides the point. I don't give a shit. I'm not here to argue that. Other examples of false flags, you can get the general scope, right? It would be like, so there's like provocateurs, people who go and just start shit. You know, them shit talkers from back in the day. The kid who would be like, oh shit, he just called you a bitch, said you had no nipples. Yeah, that can be construed in, from what I interpret as Alex Jones language, as a false flag. Someone who's starting shit, riling people up. So, for example, on the 6th day of a certain month, let's say people stormed a certain political building, right? How could that be construed as a false flag? Well, hypothetically, if there were people who were against whatever the protests were for and were the initial people to break in or to start the violence, to be like, hey, you just fucking hit me for no reason at all, or to encourage other people to do crazy shit, that would be a false flag. Or, I know this definitely happened in 2020 BLM protests. There were false flags there too, riling up the other side of the aisle. So, a legitimate cause, hopefully. I'm pretty sure most people were actually fighting for what is arguably a legitimate cause. Whether or not you like the organization, I don't give a shit. I don't, but who cares? And everyone's doing it peacefully, and then you got a bunch of pale white folks with everything covered up and snow goggles on in the summer, just walking through, smashing windows. Just smash one and go by. I think there's a video. I'll try and find it.
White boys didn't know where he was going and broke my window in my truck. Broke my shit. This wasn't no this is a residential area. There wasn't no stores over here. No, none of that shit. Broke my window. I chased him down and whooped his ass. So if the footage come out and y'all see it, I chased him down and whooped his ass. He broke my window. This ain't no hate crime. I ain't got no problem with nobody ain't got no problem with me. There's a problem with the motherfucking system. That's it. The motherfucker broke my window and I whooped his ass. He didn't know who window he broke. And he got his ass.
That would also be a false flag. Something that was not a part of the movement happened during, that the other side can use to be like, look how crazy these motherfuckers are. So the reason you got to really, I guess, understand that concept is because of what he claims are the next false flags to come. All right? Angry Alexander J needs to be translated into calm, relaxed, high people speak. So, with that being said, some false flags. For example, a fake, and I know no one will believe this, a fake alien invasion. Think of it in terms of Spider-Man, what is it? Far From Home, whichever one with Jake Gyllenhaal. Think of that, all right? Now, I'm not saying that someone has a capability to do that, but that was a false flag. Jake Gyllenhaal was false flagging that bitch all the way up. All right? Now, that's what I mean by fake alien invasion. Don't even mind Project Bluebeam. Won't even have to talk about that. Or that Dr. Greer put out fucking documentaries about how the federal government is I think the CIA specifically is prepping for this shit. Don't pay attention. Like the Jedi says, this is not the questions you were looking for.
Let me see your identification.
You don't need to see his identification.
We don't need to see his identification.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
He can go about his business.
You can go about your business.
Move along.
Move along.
So yeah, these false flags, and they're all for a purpose. Like the Jake Gyllenhaal thing is for total security and control over the world, right? That's what is in the movie. That's what a false flag would look like in real life. So you fuck with aliens, you know, be careful. They may be used to fuck your freedoms through your ass, which isn't good.
Oh, man. What I have to do is I have to continue talking about things. Oh, man. I came down here because I remember the first bumper sticker I saw. I learned that I got hairy legs that turned blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight and then watch the hair come back up again. Then I learned about kids jumping on my lap. I love kids jumping on my lap. Oh, I'm in trouble. What are we nuts? Dead. You know, come on, man. Give me a little break here. Get a life. Taking cocaine or not? What do you think? Huh? Come on, man. Black, white, all colors, all backgrounds. But I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight. Everyone deserves a shot. You know, come on, man. You know the thing.